All right, I thought I'd make a little quick tutorial about removing the rear bumper on a 2025 Equinox EV. I'm getting ready to install the General Motors OEM Trailer Hitch. And it's a good bit of little work you got to do removing the rear bumper off. The first thing you need to start with is this bottom piece, which is held on by more than a dozen 7mm hex head bolts. Pretty straightforward. Just unscrew them around the wheel well, around here, and then you shouldn't have any problem pulling that out. Once that's done, it's a matter of getting in here, pulling this plate out of the way, disconnecting your harness. You got a few little quick connects. Some of them like to pop out, and you got to go in and pull them out and set them back in. Altogether, nothing too difficult. Well, you're gonna have to pull this out, and you're gonna find that there's two T15 Torx heads, I think they are, that you're gonna have to unscrew here and here and here. The next thing you're gonna need to do is pull these trim pieces off the side. They're kind of rubberized. Again, just quick connects. They come out relatively easy. And that's going to get you access to these final 7mm screws right here. And we're going to go ahead and take those out now. With those removed, you're going to be able to, I kind of got ahead of myself, start pulling the fascia off the side. These clips come off real easily. And we'll just do the same thing on this side as well. So I can't do this with one hand, but it's talk about tough. Having to work that out. I'm not too concerned about this because it's going to go underneath the light, but you just got to get in there and real carefully pop that tab up. It's not easy, I'll say that much. Woo, wow. After a whole lot of work there, finally got them out. That's what I was talking about, this one right here. That's a pain, really tough to get to. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side, and I think this bumper will be coming off. Wow, that was tough. A lot harder than I thought it was going to be, especially this around here. I don't know any other way to make it any easier. But yeah, we're ready to pull the bumper now. So clips are removed, everything's taken off. All right, so everything's removed as far as the fasteners, clips, and all that. So really it's a two-man job, but I'm going to proceed to remove this bumper myself and get it ready for the GM OEM Trailer Hitch. Get it out. So you're going to pull down in this right here, this locking lever, and then like any other electrical fastener, press in and then roll it out. There we go. I really like these quick connects. Well, when they're new. When they get old, like I've seen the Porsches, ooh, not so much. I'll just say this much. Better use plenty of contact cleaner or Acrol or something to get in there and lubricate everything, because they will tear up in a hurry. Anyways, that's removed, so now I think we can pull the bumper. All right, that's been pulled off. Definitely a two-man job putting this thing back on. I feel confident taking it off, but I'm definitely gonna have some assistance putting this thing back on with all these tabs. It's got to line up, and especially the bottom corners there. That was difficult. Yeah, I mean, straightforward for the most part. Well, I guess one thing that sucks about a base model is that Chevrolet doesn't feel inclined to give you scribe marks for the fascia, as it says in the instructions. I guess you got to get a 2LT package to get scribe marks. At least you have the outline, so I can mock this up, hopefully not miss my holes too much, and get this installed properly. But I checked the front. Okay, I followed the stencil marks with my Dremel as good as I can. I will come back and just sand and clean this up. Like I said, thank God GM was kind enough to give us the template there. Why they didn't put the scribe marks in there on the base model, I don't know. Okay, so it really wasn't too difficult. Two things I want to recommend. When you're making your cut, you have got to follow the etching line. You can't be, 3/16 under it or anything like that, because you're gonna, especially in these corners, it's not gonna line up. So when you cut, make sure you cut right at that etching line. Next thing too is, since this bumper doesn't have the scribe marks on the inside, I found the best way to mount this is, once you got your cutout, put this here, get it flush on the side, take a measurement of there's some fasteners, clips on the inside, and just make sure you drill your hole about 3/4 of an inch inward. And then, anyways, we're going to do that, rivet this in, and then last but not least, work on these little suckers right here. You can't see it, but they're little bitty. There they are, little indentions. Shouldn't be too hard to mark that and you know, drill the holes that we need. But I think this is the best way to mount it. Okay, now that that's done, I have not riveted that in yet, but it's pretty much fastened securely. I'm going to work on these right here and mark my holes and see how it turns out. All right, now look how good that turned out. Riveted. We've got this set screws here, and then the four, I don't know what you call them, they're C-clips. They lock in something or other, but it's nice and flush. So that was not too difficult. Looks good. Now I guess we're on to installing the trailer hitch. So, you know, installing the hitch, very straightforward. That's why I didn't bother making videos of it. Just torque these to 43 foot-pounds, and then the ones on the bottom, which you'll see in the instructions, torque those to 75. It's so simple. I didn't even bother taking the structural adhesive off the bottom. I don't think you really have to. Instructions say you do, but I didn't do it. So that's all mounted. Followed the instruction, got all this done. Of course, this is a 1LT model, so guess what? It does not have trailer provisions for the electrical harness. The nicer models like the RS and the 2LTs basically have a quick connect right there. You just throw it in and you're done. But Chevrolet just couldn't give us that, so. Okay, so I am moving on to doing the tail lights now. And since, you know, GM doesn't give you the provisions on the base model Equinoxes, I'm having to do it the hard way. You're gonna need this part right here, curt number 56236. Right now I'm working on the left-hand side, but just in general, this has to come out. It's not too difficult. There's 4 screws that keep it down. Pull it out, pull this out. And then over here you have fasteners here, 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 and here, and here, and here. Put the seats down, and then you should be able to pull these out enough to have plenty of workspace. So I'm not bothering running a battery wire and a ground all the way. I'm not doing that. I'm not running a power wire all the way to the battery. I'm just going to use the cigarette lighter, since what you need is a constant hot with this kit. This is going to save me a lot of trouble, so I'm hooking up to the cigarette lighter. Verified, obviously red is 12 volts, black is your ground, so we're good on that. And then on the left-hand turn signal, I verified that this blue with white stripe, that's going to be the left turn signal. So I'm going to work on this right now and get this taken care of, and then we'll go over to the right side. I'll troubleshoot some more and see what I can figure out on it. Okay, here we go. Finishing up on the right side. What we have with our controller, the red wire is your brake light, and that's going to go to the white and yellow wire, and then your tail light is going to go to the brown and gray wire, and then your green, which is your right turn signal, is going to go to the, I think it's purple and blue, if I'm not mistaken. I can't see it, but it's, yeah, it's purple and blue, violet and blue. But yeah, that's took a lot of the guesswork out of it, so then just put everything back up, everything back together like you take it apart, and job's done. Okay, I thought I'd make a quick little reference. I'm sure people would really appreciate it. What we have here is the Equinox EV wire into the Curt's trailer harness controller, and just it goes as follows. The left turn, you're going to be looking for a blue-white wire. Again, that's going to be on the left side of the car, driver's side. You're going to have to cut into the harness to find it, but left turn is a blue-white wire, and you're going to attach that to the yellow wire on your Curt trailer harness. Then the right turn, which obviously will be on the passenger side vehicle, again, you'll have to cut into the harness. You'll look for the blue-purple wire. You're We'll splice that into the green wire. Going again on the passenger side, look for the tail light control wire, and that's it's brown-gray. It's brown with a gray stripe. And you're going to tap that into the brown wire on your Curt trailer harness controller. And then your stop lights, that'll be a yellow-white wire, and that's going to splice into the red wire on your Curt trailer harness controller. After that, you still have to get your constant 12-volt power and your 12-volt ground, and run that to the driver's side to where you can find the cigarette lighter's 12-volt accessory plug. And with the black wire, you're going to tap into the red wire for your 12-volt positive, and then with the white wire, again on your Curt trailer harness controller, that's going to tap into the black wire, giving you your ground. So, well, I hope this video was helpful. Just be sure to check your wire connections and make sure all that's good before you put the bumper back on, and thanks for watching.